Let me get presentable for you guys. Do you like warm? Do you like sweet? Baked good, sweet bread? Do you like all of those things? Are you a big gourmand lover? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Maybe you've never even heard of gourmand if you're on my channel. But let me tell you what a gourmand is. It is basically something that smells similar to food or something that is edible. And man, do I have a fragrance that I am really enjoying, and I gotta tell you guys about it. So stick around after my intro so I can turn you guys on to this beautiful gourmand. Welcome to my channel, Marvelous Scents, where fragrance is life and shaving is luxurious. On my channel, I do reviews of fragrances and shaving products and showing you how you can turn your shave more luxurious. Welcome to my channel. To all those who have subscribed and supported me from day one, welcome back and thank you so much for all your support. I really do appreciate it. If you are new to my channel, man, don't forget to subscribe. Smack that notification bell so every time that I'm dropping new content, you're always in the loop. Man, do I have a goody for you. Let you guys know a little bit about me. I love gourmands. It wasn't till recently that I really got into gourmands, maybe about a couple years ago. I wasn't really too big or keen into sweet scents or something that smelled edible. If you've never smelled a gourmand, all a gourmand is, everyone, is just something that has a resemblance of a memory of maybe being at your grandma's house and cooking fresh baked cookies, or you ever gone to a bakery, you get those nice sweet bread-like nuances when you go into a bakery. Man, all those things smell great. Well, guys, so I got one from one of my favorite clone houses that I frequently buy from, because sometimes you just don't got the cash or willing to even spend the cash for these really high luxury and fragrances. And the house that I'm going to tell you guys is basically the house of Dua, and the fragrance I'm talking about today is Scrumptious. As you can see from the label, this is going to be very kind of a French bakery. Now, I got the notes pulled up here, and I want to read you guys the notes straight from Dua. Now, the notes on this are going to be bergamot, rose de mai, citrus, cumin, gurjum balsam, cardamom, nagramatha, cedarwood, gaiac wood, patchouli, aramis, juniper, organic oud, patisserie accord, labdanum, and olibanum. Now, a lot of these notes I am not familiar with, but I am familiar with some of them. And I want to give you guys the review of what this fragrance smells like to me. Now, remember, all fragrance is subjective, and certain notes that I may pull out may not be the exact same notes that you're going to pull out. That's why it's always wise, if you're able to buy a decant, because that's going to allow you to see how that's going to interact with your chemistry. But let's get down to it, because I really am loving this fragrance. But just a real quick review. This is the bottle that you get from Dua. It has the name on the side, which is nice, because when you bookmark them or book stack them, you get all the names like that. That's really a nice feature. Also, the top, this is the atomizer. These bottles are nothing too fancy, but the juice, it's all about the juice, and the juice is really great. So, man, I am really enjoying this. I've wore this for a week to really get an understanding of this fragrance for me. Now it's getting really cooler here in the Midwest, and this is going to perform well. Now, what you get off the top, we're just going to go ahead, spray it on skin. Here's the atomizer. Okay, this fragrance opens up a little bright and bitter. Okay, now you get that bergamot, which is a nice citrus, bright citrus there. But there's some of these notes in there that I am not familiar with that adds a nice little danky bitterness in the opening. The oud in this, if you're not very familiar with oud is very highly prized in the Middle East, and a lot of people there wear oud. Now, oud can be very, depending on how it is used, it can be very animalic. And what I mean by that is it can come off dirty, musky, maybe even pungent. But if oud is used properly, or is used in a certain way, you can actually tone down oud and make it soft and a little bit pungent and danky that really adds to the composition. So now I'm getting some oud, some nice woods in there. The beautiful thing about this is it's bright, bitter off the top. After about a couple of minutes, you're starting to get that oud mixed with some of the woods. What I really do love about this fragrance is after maybe about 45 minutes to an hour, maybe a half hour, what I've loved about this dry down is that is when the sweetness, the warmth of it, and almost like this baked good. Now, I'm not talking about like walking in and you're smelling really sweet or like cookie dough. No, this is like going into a bakery, a really more gourmand bakery. What it brings to my mind is I'm half Hispanic, so I eat these little sweetbreads that are made in the Mexican grocery stores, and they're called conchas. They make varieties of bread, but I get this little sweet, slightly warm bread sense to it. Man, this one is lovely, guys, lovely. And the thing about it is it doesn't last long on the site. This is a fragrance to consider if you've never tried gourmands. It could be a little off-putting, but remember, a fragrance in the beginning is not what the fragrance is at the end of its life. So you may not like it in the beginning, but give it a half hour, give it an hour. Let that fragrance to develop and become what it genuinely is. And this is a nice, warm, sweet, slightly bread-like bakery feel. Man, this fragrance right here, guys, is beautiful and perfect for the winter time. It's going to really cut through that weather. And that's one thing about Dua. Their fragrances are beast mode, majority of them. I think out of my collection, I may have one or two that don't perform as well, but majority, everything that comes out of Dua is always going to be beast mode. It's going to be long lasting. It's going to project long, and it's going to have an incredible sillage. So there you go, guys. That's my little review of Scrumptious from Dua. Do yourself a favor. If you happen to see this on the site, pick it up. Or if you can find it, get a decant. I suggest a decant, but this is a great fragrance for the winter time if you love gourmands. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel today, taking time out of your day to view this guy. I really do appreciate it. And, remember, smell unique, shave luxurious, and be kind to one another.